Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. This is the one and only Plumber Mike, and we are in Long Beach right now with a sea of condensers on this side of the roof, working on this Weather King R410A 4-ton condenser from October 2007. Customer's complaint is that shortly after startup, the system starts to freeze up. He notices very little air coming out of the diffusers and turns off the system. He used to have to wait, 5 hours for it to thaw out. Then it went to 8, then it went to 12. So, rule of thumb, sorry, it's kind of hard to talk with this mask on. But rule of thumb is that if your system freezes up, the first thing you want to check is your return filter. When's the last time you checked it? Is it clean? Okay? If the filter is dirty, that is probably your solution by replacing it with a brand new one and clean one. Now, if the filter is clean, then the next thing you want to check is the indoor blower motor running? If it's not running, the system's going to freeze up. The outdoor unit, the compressor inside here, does not know that the indoor fan is not running, unless it's a high-end communicating system. So, number one, filter. Number two is the indoor blower running. Number three, and a lot of guys forget number three. One is the condition of the evaporator coil on the air handling unit. Is it a case evaporator coil, or is it part of an air handler? Is it clean? If it's not clean, well, you gotta clean it. From there, if the filter's clean, the blower motor's running, and the evaporator coil is clean, then we need to do some more due diligence, and we need to check out what's going on outside. Now, some of you guys are gonna say, well, maybe something wrong with the metering device. Is it a TXV? Is it a piston? But if 1, 2, and 3 is check, now I'm coming outside, I'm grabbing my Testo 557, and I'm hooking up my gauges to the system. All right? So I'm up here on this rooftop. First things I know is that loud noise. That's coming from this contactor from 2007, and we're right on the ocean. I'm surprised it looks this good. So contactor, really we should replace that. We should also check out the capacitor, make sure that's still within range. But we want to check system pressures. Now the system has been running for about 15 minutes. And as you can see, my evaporator temperature is 29 degrees, slowly dropping. My suction side is 94 PSI. My condenser temperature is 71 degrees. And the liquid pressure is 208. High side, low side. Now, thanks to the Testo 557, I got my temperature clamps on, and I can also check temperatures right there. And I can also check my subcooling if this is a TXV. So, I'm looking at all these temperatures. We're going to refer to the charging chart, which is right here. And we're going to take a look at what the outdoor ambient temperature is. Right now it's about 60 degrees. All right. And we're going to take a look at the vapor pressure, which is the large side, right? And we're at 94. We're below the chart. And we should be at a liquid pressure of 213, but we are at 208. So the answer here is that the system is slightly undercharged. So I'm going to go to the truck, which is 8 floors down, actually 9 floors down, and we're going to get the R410A. We're going to get the scale, and we're going to charge this baby up. Stay tuned. All right, it's starting to rain a little bit, so I wanted to cover up a few things, got rid of the tools. But I swapped out the contactor. This was a single pole. Make sure you keep polarity the same. The dual capacitor was within range. Sorry I didn't have any video of this. Some of you guys like to comment, show your work. All right, but right now I got my refrigeration scale hooked up, fuel piece. I got R410A upside down. There's a little bit remaining in this bottle, but I only see the system needing maybe a pound. And then we're gonna add some sealant, some super seal with UV dye. So I'm gonna turn this power back on. Make sure this is dry. Don't wanna get zapped. Wrong way. And we'll do the customer a solid and put this thing back on where it belongs. I'm still trying to figure out this mess. The next door neighbor. All right, so we're gonna let this run for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll slowly add. I like to add about a half a pound at a time, and watch how the pressures change. All right, stay tuned.